What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Another video here. My name is Ben. I talk about ecom life, business advice, scrappy scaling, all the stuff behind the scenes that the gurus do not tell you. I've scaled my own brand from 0 to 7 figures plus in the past 2 years alone. Failed with a lot of ecom brands or projects in general. Not a lot of ecom brands, but I did drop shipping. I had another brand that I invested in that didn't go anywhere. Long journey of being that entrepreneur hustler and trying to get something to work and then feeling like nothing was working, finally getting something working, and it's honestly surreal now to be doing the numbers that we're doing, to be having the business that I'm having. And I just like to share the lessons that I've learned along the way, what I'm thinking about, and just give that other picture that you just don't get. Like, these videos are not highly edited. I don't think it's like an overnight thing, and you just don't really get the reality of what doing this stuff is like. And so I want to share that. I want to pull back the curtain on some of that stuff. So with that being said, I want to talk today about products and winning products and how you make winning products. I don't think you find winning products. I think you make them and you build them. And this video will not get as many views as the AliExpress software, like, use this to find what's selling on Amazon. That stuff can work. I just think it's kind of bullshit. And it's like, if you want to build an actual brand, it's never going to work for you. So you need to learn how to build products that you design them to be a winning product. You create new categories because you mix different things together. You mix different ingredients together with your creativity and with the market and with understanding trends and interests and where buyers are at, and you mix all that together to create a product that people would be excited to find. So that's what this video is about. So, like, when you go to start a brand, there's the messaging and stuff, but what I like to think about is how can you create a product, and this is what I did. First of all, yeah, like, you want to be in a growing market. You want to be in a space that you can, you don't want to be working uphill. You want it to be a growing space, something that, over the next 2, 5, 10 years is going to become bigger. Let's take the seed oil example, right? It's massive right now. People are like trying to avoid them, trying to learn about them, and literally having like no seed oils on your product is a selling feature. So there's a great bigger trend, and there's all kinds of products that fit into that. That you could potentially sell. We could also take like the natural sugar one. We could look at like maple syrup and honey and dates and maybe like organic cane sugar versus like high fructose corn syrup and those other ones. We could look at, the dyes like the red 40 and stuff like that, and people don't want that. So these are all health related examples, but health is one of the eternal markets, right? Health, wealth, and relationships. So that's why so many of these pertain to health. If you look at wealth and relationships, those are typically more, not always, but typically more info products. I would say relationships could definitely be style. You could look at that as a way to market things. Style, your looks maxing, that overlaps with health as well. But these are the markets. So they are the eternal markets, health, wealth, and relationships. But there's the eternal desires, but then there's the current relevant things. So right now, health is being associated with being hot and with being attractive, and so those two are closer together. So you could maybe sell in a relationship market, but it's about having good fertility. Like, people are having all these fertility issues now. Maybe a fertility supplement, and that starts to be a relationship and a health thing, and it's current. Right? And it's a growing market, because I can tell you there is this massive crisis of people not being able to conceive children when they get married, and it's this massive problem. It's gonna be huge. There's $1 billion market right there. Now, you want to know what you're doing if you go to create a product, but there's an example: growing market, extreme pain point, and what could you carve out? So you already know, like, there's room for that to blow up. The TAM is huge, right? The total addressable market is massive. The pain is there. The desires are there. And so, you might not be able to solve that with a supplement, but could you help could you solve a little bit of that problem? And that leads to another one of my sort of principles for products. And I kind of want to do a course on this and call it like principles of personalizing. No, what was it going to be? Like principles of product personality. Because building products with personality, this is what people can't compete on. This is one of the reasons that my brand was able to scale so fast, that my brand stands out, that my ads work over other people who do not understand this, and they just think you put healthy and organic on a label and they think that sells the thing. They just say like high quality, small batch, and it's like nobody gives a fuck. You've got to give this product some personality so that it emotionally connects with people. So that next principle is solving. I came up with this phrase, which is solving a bigger problem, but in a smaller way. I used to get overwhelmed with some of the people as they solve a problem, and I would think about these massive problems, and I'd be like, well, I don't know how to solve that. How could I ever come up with a little product? And then I would think that would be scammy. I'm like, what? So I'm going to say like this supplement's going to fix your fertility? Like, I can't do that. That's not like, first of all, that it just, I don't believe it can do that, and I would get overwhelmed. But it's because I was trying to solve too big of a problem. You're not promising that you can fix the fertility issue. What you can say is that you can help give people an edge by supplementing with something that helps with fertility, and then you don't overpromise. Like, you can be honest about what it can actually do, and I do exaggerate for sure. Funny story: Health Canada came after me for some of the claims I was making about my products. Because copywriting, you gotta take some liberties, right? Sean Puri says, don't let the truth get in the way of telling a good story. And don't lie, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you take liberties with your product, and you see that a lot with supplements. So you can get creative, but I'm getting sidetracked here. The point is, you wanna solve a small problem, and the small problem could be, let's say I know magnesium isn't maybe necessarily for fertility issues, but let's say magnesium is the thing that is one of the factors that helps you, be in a better place for having children or whatever. You want to list out all like the benefits of magnesium, and you want to get really loud about how you solve the problem. So you might say something like, Big Pharma is stealing your kids. So the problem you're solving is just that people have magnesium deficiencies. You're not solving the fertility crisis, but you're connecting it to that much bigger problem in a way that is very loud. So I love that approach. Solve a small problem in a very loud way. And that can be where your messaging does a lot of the heavy lifting around your product. So people are they're trying too hard with their product, because a product can only take you so far. It's like, okay, they're cool gym shorts. This is good tallow skincare. I like this deodorant. These dried fruit snacks are really good. And that's awesome. You do need a good product. Like, at the very base of it, you need the quality. You need it to be good. But then it's the story that you tell around it. It's the messaging that you connect it to solve that smaller problem, which could be hand soap, toothpaste, deodorant, healthy snacks, cotton underwear, all these things. Solve the problem in a loud way, and that is free. That does not cost you anything. That is just your creativity. That is your understanding of the market. That is your understanding of the desires. That is your understanding of what resonates with people and what will speak to them when they see your product. Because it's easy to believe that if I'm hungry and want a healthy snack, that the dried mangoes are a good option. But what's much more compelling is the mission around, like, we're waging war on high fructose corn syrup snacks, like, that are killing your kids. Like, that sort of, that story, that messaging, and you can make that small problem much more relevant. Did you know that, like, kids are eating 5 tablespoons, it's probably like way more than that, 5 tablespoons of sugar every day, and it's like, and it's the bad kind. And it's like, but now they can just have this bag of on-the-go dried, like, fruit snacks or whatever they are, protein bars. And so you're solving the small problem. You're putting a megaphone on that small, simple problem, and it solves the problem in a much bigger way. So that's how I think you can start to create a winning product. Is you've built it into a growing market. So build it into a growing market. a good quality product is like key. Like, do not sell a shitty product. Just do not. Like, why would you? Gone are the days, and they never even should have, like, of hawking shitty products and trying to grow a legit business. Like, you just can't. You need your customers to come back. You need you need to have positive word of mouth. You need all that good stuff. So you need a good product. So growing market, good quality product, then solve the small problem in a very loud way, which goes back to the desires that it connects to, right? You can solve a little piece of the relationship problem, a little piece of the health problem, a little piece of the wealth problem, but solve it in a really loud way. That's your messaging, your connection to the market. I talk about this in other videos. That is connecting to the conversation that is going on in the person's head of how they feel about that problem, about what they are attracted to, what they are drawn to emotionally. Small problem in a loud way. And that's related to the next one, which is giving personality to your product. I think a great test is that I would love for your product, a static image of your product, to convert well as an ad. That's a great litmus test for if you've done this or not. Because if you can build the marketing into your product, that just makes everything else easier. People have Facebook ads all wrong a lot of the time, and it's crazy the size of some of these brands. I was on a call with a guy. I was on a call with a guy who he does some big agency work for some big clients, and it was this skincare brand, and they're massive. I think they had like investors and stuff, and they couldn't get, like, their ads were struggling. And I was like, this is destined to fail because of the way you built this product. Nothing about this it broke all the rules I just talked about. It might have been an okay quality product, but you could not put this product on a static and people would not want to buy it. They just would not give a shit about it. And so when you build the marketing into your product, it sells itself. It becomes an ad. And that is like the most important thing. How can you ultimately build the marketing into the product where a picture of this product can be an ad that converts? Like, why would you not want to do that? And that's what ends up creating a, quotes, winning product. Even in a category, everyone's like, it's saturated. And it's like, no, you just are a shitty marketer. And no, you don't understand product creation. And you don't understand how to resonate with people. And this is where this space is wide open. Space is wide open for people who actually care, for people who are creative, for people who obsess over marketing and desires and what makes people like things. So build the marketing into the product. Naming is very powerful. The brand name, the product name, the way the product looks. Moise Ali from Native Deodorant, who sold for about $1 billion, says that you can walk down the most boring alley or aisle. I love this, in a pharmacy or a grocery store, to get inspiration, because all the products are so boring that the opportunity is everywhere to disrupt those boring products and to create something that stands out. And that's through the colors, through the naming, through the container, the packaging, all of this. And to blow by what has become this, we just tune out. We tune out, all these products because they all look the same. And this is where I think it's subtle, but even designers get this wrong. Designers often make stuff that looks like other designs. They'll just go make something that looks like the thing beside it. It's just like a different color. And that's boring. Nobody gives a fuck. And this is where you can become your own designer. Like, there's always room for a good designer to improve on things, but I love a simple concept, I think, that you should be able to come up with, and then a designer could help bring it to life in a way that accentuates it instead of making it blend in, that makes it stand out even more. So turn your product with your names, catchy names with attitude, names with emotion and with connection, and a way in which the product is something beautiful. The iPhone might be one of the great examples of this beautiful product that people love, like, to hold in their hand. And it's freaking amazing, right? Because it's everything. It's health, wealth, and relationships in one beautiful, sleek, high ticket product that's small and easy to ship. It's brilliant. it gives you access to all the information, you know, creativity. Apple's just amazing, right? So, but how can you make your version of the iPhone that is beautiful to hold and that makes people feel good to own? And this brings me to the final principle I want to talk about in uh, creating products with personality, which is create the product that you would get excited to find in the world. Like if you stumbled across the website or the ad, you're like, damn it, like I wish I made that. Or damn it, like that is so cool. I want to own that. I want to get that. I want to have that. Humans have that desire to even apart from all the desires, there's also just the desire. I have that. It makes me feel cool. That speaks to my identity. I saw this tweet about why do people buy there's the brand Mini Katana, and they blew up and they couldn't even run ads because it was like they were selling a sword basically, and you're not allowed to do that on Facebook, I guess. And but they did viral short form content, and people wanted these mini katanas, these swords. Like, what are you going to do with that? What desire does that fulfill? Is that health, wealth, or relationships? And ultimately it's like, I think it kind of is all three. It's like vitality, attitude, masculinity, becoming dangerous, becoming attractive, becoming the warrior, just having a cool thing in your room, perception, aura, all of that tied together was just a dope ass product that you see the ad and you're like, fuck, I want one of those things. And that's the final principle is like, if I'm honest, guys, like you looking at some of your brands, and the product itself might be good. Like the actual, like the supplement might be good, or like the snack, it might be good, but the way you've packaged it, you're not giving people a chance to get excited about what you've made. And that's like 90% of it. In copywriting, they say the headline is 90% of people don't even get past the headlines. If you get the headline wrong, they're never even going to get to the packaging inside. And this is like a pretty deep topic because I think that pertains to people as well, and appearances and how you dress and all that stuff. Because if you lose people off the hop, how are they ever going to chance to see the good stuff that's inside, right? And that's what's so key. So you've got to make this product that is beautiful, interesting, catchy, sexy, desirable, like these things that we love as humans. And that is how you're going to make a product that someone is going to be like, oh my gosh, like I want to buy that. And then you've got all that other stuff behind it that backs it up. It solves this problem. It aligns with these values. It does this for me. They have all the rationale to justify it. You know, it helps with this, this, and this. And I know like that aligns with my goals. Like you've got all the rational bullet points behind that, but you've also just got the emotional, which is way more important than the rational, because rational comes second, right? People justify the emotional purchase typically, and the emotional connection, the desire to want something is what's first and foremost there. And so you've got to create the product that you would want to find. And this is it. Like this is really it, guys. So you solve a problem, yes. You know, being a growing market, of course. You know, good messaging and branding and packaging, all that. But all that comes together in, is it a desirable product that you've created for the person, you know, who would see that and be like, oh my gosh, like I want to find that, and or I want to buy that. I can't believe I found this. And ultimately create that for yourself. And then you can come up with originality and with a product that will sell, will be easier to market, will build you a friggin' business of your dreams, millions of dollars. And then you can make YouTube videos like me and tell people about it. But guys, I hope you like the video. I think that's a wrap. I love this shit. This is like I said, this will not get the views that like the winning product, like the crazy can opener from Alibaba. Like, no, that's not what you do. So if you like this, drop a like, drop a comment. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe, all that stuff. Love you. Peace.